What up, guys? So I've said it in the past, I work with a lot of local artists and a couple people I met online. I make a lot of stories and stupid reels on Instagram, so if you want to go follow my Instagram, check those out. That's up to you, whatever, you don't have to. But I wanted to share with you guys some of the questions that I get in my DMs. So I already asked these guys if I could, make this video, so don't worry, I'm not like exposing nothing, but here are some screenshots of some of the stuff I asked. This is my cousin, actually. So I asked him like what would be a good a video idea, and then he said like simple stuff, like he just wants to learn pretty much when you open a doll, what you're supposed to do. So, like where's the record button? How do you layer tracks? What do you route stuff to? How do you even connect the microphone? Like a lot of people don't know stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, I can make little videos like that, but really all I can say is you have to just open the program and start messing with it. Like it's pretty simple. You just gotta just go. So if you want to check this guy's podcast, I have an episode with him out on this channel. This is Tino the Southern Rican. He is a producer here in Kissimmee, and he wanted to know a lot more about gear. Like, I guess he says bare bones, but I guess he means like more budget friendly. He wanted to know more about, I guess, different softwares in between them. I guess he was referring to more plugins and how to enhance the sound that way. He wanted to learn more about BMI, royalties. That is something I can tell you right now. It's like applying for a job application, or it's like applying for anything really. If you have the songs made, so you'll Google BMI, you'll get the organization's website, and really it's like filling out a simple application. It's not that big of a deal. Royalties, if you go through a distributor, they get the majority of your royalties, but then again, businesses like BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, these businesses, again, you go to their websites, and it's really simple, just filling out this information. And then producing techniques. I have a second channel called Produced by Dragon, where I have a bunch of producer techniques. If you want to check those out. This is Kasik. I got a podcast with him too. You can check out those interviews. I think it would be a good idea to make a starter pack video, like bare minimum producing, low cost, again, and just similar things like how to keep from wasting money, because a lot of audio equipment is kind of a waste of money, and a lot of plugins really you can do with stock plugins, or you can buy bundles. You can really figure out what you need before you mess it up. So the experimentation process is kind of like the fun part, but again, there are a lot of things where you can waste your money on. So I do feel that on people. He wanted to really know how beats are made, especially with sampling. He wanted to know like what is the proper timing, what is the proper BPMs, how do you produce a bounce, what are the right sounds to use, how do you know a sample is chopped correctly and stuff is in time. Like those things are, it's pretty fundamental and basic of a level, but again, that learning curve is just so insane that I could talk about it all day long. Like if you want hip hop, it's 90 BPM. If you want reggaeton, it's about 98. Let's bring it to 100, maybe slow it down, and that's when you can also get Afrobeat and dancehall, and then you start speeding it up. You start getting into the rock, side of things, and even faster hip hop like trap or drill, you start getting into the 140s, 150s, the list can go on. And that's just, mainstream genres. We're not even talking about all the subgenres that exist. Music is so convoluted, and quality is subjective, so it's insanity, the rabbit hole that you can go down when you start talking about sampling and how to properly use it. If you're sampling a popular artist, then you have to clear the sample with the companies. I don't know what else to tell you. If you are using like cymatic samples or producer grind samples, look at how those companies operate, and then make sure you're giving people the proper credits and stuff like that. But those things you can flip and you can freely use to sell, and that's kind of the point of those royalty free sample companies. So really you can look into those types of companies to really get a better understanding of how to use fair use samples, I guess that's how we put it, or free or royalty free samples. What do you need to start with a specific DAW? An audio interface, headphones, and a mic. That's all you need to get started, and you will understand what you need to start investing in slowly. EQing, mixing, and mastering, I learned on YouTube University, and I wholeheartedly believe that anybody can learn on YouTube. There is so much good information on how people achieve their sounds. There's videos by Mixed by Ali where he breaks down his step-by-step process. Timbaland has a live stream. T-Pain has a live stream. Like, these guys give so much game, not even talking about all the other YouTubers that are just so knowledgeable about the subject. About you can watch a 9-hour video of people breaking down all the little parameters and every single knob that goes into a parametric EQ, or stuff like that. So I would say just go down the YouTube rabbit hole, but make sure you are absorbing the information, like just not mindlessly watching videos. Make sure that what you learn, you try to apply into whatever your next project is. And then that is also another piece of advice, like keep making projects, like keep finishing, learn what that feeling of completing a project feels like, because that's what I see a lot of beginners lack. They lack hard there. The idea, this guy, this is my homie Josh, and he is more interested on how songs are made. Like, how do you come up with the melodies? What chord progressions? How to really give that listener the experience of an amazing song. And that just goes into just writing music every day. Every day you're trying to write more and more music. You're trying to push yourself as hard as you possibly can. Music is a muscle. Music is a muscle, and you have to work it, every single day, as you should work at anything, to be honest. But I do want to say thank you, everyone. 122 subscribers. That is pretty insane to me. I always resisted wanting to do YouTube, so the fact that people want to look at my face and hear me talk is pretty amazing. So I'm Matt Dragon. I hope you enjoyed this. Peace.